San Francisco 49ers. I'll join you again at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from earlier this afternoon. But for now, it's Sunday Night Football. And on the call, as always, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the San Francisco 49ers.
Let's go! Check out! Ride 40!
On first down, it's Love. And he will find his man on the outside. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. He'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Here's Bohannon, the fullback. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35.
3rd and 1, who are you going to call? Not the scat back. You go with the big man. Hand him the ball and let him get upfield and pick up a first down.
Draw play. It's Eckler. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. On 2nd and 11 now. Luck. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Open man is Pettis. It's complete. It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a first down.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. Third down conversion here is big. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Luck going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Again, Luck. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Lorenzo Carter has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. I know some of the talk after last week's loss was the O-line struggles. They gave up 4 sacks. He got hit here and taken down again, so that's something to monitor.
It is something to monitor, but they've got to help their offensive line out. Maybe a little bit different play calling, right? Draws, screens, get the ball out of the quarterback's hands quicker, maybe some quick game passes. All of that to try and help slow down a pass rush and make things easier on their offensive line.
So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. To throw is Love. On the screen, this is Eckler. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Well, the screen gets 7, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
After reviewing the play,
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Hunter Henry brings it in. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, Wilson. And going deep for Hill. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Throwing is Wilson. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags, and I believe this is going to be a 1st down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. To throw again is Wilson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete.
And that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. They'll come up now with the clock showing 3 seconds to go here in the 1st. 2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the 1st quarter. We're scoreless after 1. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. He completes it to Julio Jones. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 19. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Flush to his right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Terry McLaurin, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Extra point from McManus is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive, and the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And a good effort on the return there gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Throwing on second and long. Luck. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Lorenzo Carter in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down. Went backwards, and he's going to go down again. The DM, Jonathan Allen, making sure his presence is felt.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. And you want to talk about active hands. These guys, these defensive backs, these linebackers, they've had active hands.
Almost reminds you of those great basketball teams, the ones that really defend. When we talk
the San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. And Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Wilson. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons 16. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Uchenna Nwosu. What a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. 2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Another try after the first down sack. Luck. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Luck now to throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
Watch out for Hill on the return. And San Francisco gets set to go here. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Steps away to his left. Now he'll pull it down. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Wilson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Jones has it. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Now Wilson on first down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Eluding the pressure right. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Well, they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. So there you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. This one taken just inside the 10. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now, the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. 15 for the Niners there and a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. This is Samuels. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. From the 41, Wilson looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 18 yards, 1st down Niners.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Trey Flowers able to record his 5th sack of the season.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
After the sack on 1st down, Wilson, this complete to Jones. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Wilson. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Trey Flowers in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Wilson and the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th. Now it's Wilson. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, 49ers. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. The Niners are able to stretch their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun. Locke. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he caught it up. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, and get to make it.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Now it's Locke. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Locke. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. Luck now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Running on first down, Eckler. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. From the 45 on 2nd down, Luck, and that's incomplete. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. From the gun, here's Luck. He'll get this to Eckler. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 34-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll run with a former Badger. It's Corey Clement. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
Come on now, let's go.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now Luck. He's going to find his running back. It's complete.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, Eckler. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. Call it an 8-yard gain, much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Here's Luck. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Uchenna Nwosu. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. So they finally get their first trip to the red zone, and it ends with nothing.
And that's what I'm going to focus on with. Because you teed it up really well. Finally get to the red zone. So there's got to be a little bit of frustration because they haven't moved the ball as well as they wanted to all game. Now they get there, but we got to go for it because we don't know if we can get back here again. We don't know how many opportunities because they've been sputtering a little bit.
Absolutely. At this stage in the second half, to get there and not get it for the first time, tough. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the 4th quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Back to throw. Renner nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Looking to throw. Renner, that one complete to Hill. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era. We think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people are thinking about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Flushed out right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So they go pass on 3rd and 2. They complete it, but no gain. Should they have tried to run it?
I thought that running the ball in that situation is what they would have done because at worst case scenario, you may bring up a fourth down decision for your team. Instead, now they're not close to the first down.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. On 4th down, Renner into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Gary. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Charles, thinking back to what you said in the first quarter, that part of the magic elixir for a road victory for these underdogs was going to be winning the turnover battle. Well, they only have one right now. Look at the scoreboard.
Yeah, not exactly playing to the form that I subscribed, right? When we talk about winning that turnover battle, that evens things out, especially for a road team, especially for a team that's an underdog.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to throw. Renner. It's caught. Jones. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Single.
From the gun, Renner. He is going to find Hill here. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Operating from the gun, Renner. Being chased out left. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. 2nd and 6. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Julio Jones hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like him? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
About timeout set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Luck. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Throwing on 3rd down. Luck. And that is incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Hey, watch the slant.
Off the play fake. Renner. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Gets this one to Hill. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
Pass interference. Defense.
So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. On 4th down, Renner looking downfield for jump, and that's caught inside the 35. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So the victory here for San Francisco, and it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.